declaration of martial law last month. Giant cranes have begun lifting the wreckage from the plane which crashed in South Korea on Sunday, killing 179 people on board. The family of the man who killed 14 people in New Orleans early on New Year's Day say they're struggling to understand how Samsudeen Jabbar could have committed such an attack. The Prime Minister of Thailand has declared more than $400 million of personal assets to the Anti-Corruption Commission, including handbags worth $2 million. Paetongtarn Shinawatra is the daughter of the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who made his fortune in telecoms before moving into politics. China says it will continue opening its economy to the world in 2025, even if the international situation changes. The incoming US President Donald Trump has said he'll impose high tariffs on Chinese imports after he takes office later this month. The price of food dropped by 2% globally in 2024, according to figures from the UN's Food and Agricultural Organization. Cereals and sugar dropped significantly in price, while vegetable oils, dairy products and meat cost more. The FAO tracks the prices of 5 major categories of foodstuffs. The foreign ministers of France and Germany are visiting Damascus, the latest Western diplomats to have talks with the Islamists who overthrew Bashar al-Assad last month. Ahead of talks, the ministers have visited the infamous Sudnaya prison. Apple has agreed to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit in the US over its voice assistant Siri. Users of Apple devices like iPhones claim that Siri sometimes secretly recorded private conversations. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 074 820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Hey there, this is Archie, and it is Starr Radio UK and the morning show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. Today is the 3rd day of January, the year 2025, with the time now exactly at 10:54. We're going to be rushing like no man's business. But let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, and my colleague and co-producer, Mr. Olayomi Koiki, who is going to be with us today. His first appearance for the year 2025 on Starr Radio UK. And let me salute each and every one of you who are on the various sister platforms, the Yoruba Nation platform, Koiki Media platforms, and all the other platforms. I salute each and every one of you. Kojode, good morning. Mr. Frank Davis, good morning to you. And every one of you. Bishop Adeshina, I salute you, sir. I hope you're all doing very well. Pastor Momo, Anthony Adedeji, Aziz, Shamsuddin, good morning to you all. Well, let's crack on. As I did say, it's a very, very packed morning, but we're going to make sure that we deliver on our promises. Those of you on various platforms, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. It's a very cold day here in London. Oh boy, it's very, very cold, and I can tell you the car was that frosty. I needed to wait for it to defrost before you can leave and stuff like that. But hey, when it comes to the weather front, the quote for the day, it says success is not like striking gold by chance, rather it is a brick by brick process. You start from A and go through the process to get to So that is by way of the code for the day. What do you think about that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. I'm going to bring you the weather forecast, and then at 11 o'clock we have Mr. Olaimiko going to be joining in to bring us all the details of the updates that we've put across there. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to each and every one of you. For those of you from the United States of Biafra, USB, I salute each and every one of you who are tuning in this morning also to join in or on the broadcast this morning. We salute each and every one of you. Now moving on straight. Yes. When it comes to the weather front, well, we're going to be having a very cold day. Today will remain cold, and it will be a dry and bright day with plenty of wintry sunshine expected throughout, and just a few patches of cloud drifting by. Now tonight will remain dry, and it will be another cold night with largely clear skies for much of the night. Towards dawn, areas of cloud will drift in from the west for some. Now when it comes to the weekend weather, tomorrow will remain cold and dry, and after a few hazy bright spells early on, cloud will gradually thicken from the west. Spells of sleet and snow towards the end of the day. Sunday, very unsettled conditions on Sunday with cloudy skies and blustery showers moving in. It's going to be windy with a band of heavy rain moving in from the northwest overnight. So by way of the temperatures, top temperature for tomorrow is going to be 4, and the lowest is going to be 2. Calm Sunday 13, and the lowest is going to be 9. So by way of the weather forecast, that's what we have for you. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. On your travels as well, let me just briefly touch on it, and then we go. On the underground, apart from the Metropolitan and Piccadilly line that's experiencing part suspension and part closures, all the others are running a good service. The major roads in London, good service. No delays there. River bus and the London cable car all running a good service. Now, when it comes to the National Rail, please check before you leave, because there are lots and lots of special service that's being rendered. So check before you leave. But on that note, let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Now we continue straight on to what is making the rounds across the globe. Starting from Nigeria, the former heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua paid a courtesy visit to President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday at his residence in Lagos State. The Catholic priest allegedly shoots boy dead in Imo. What happened? Now, telcos align to 100% tariff increase, says MTN CEO, and police officer accidentally discharged of firearms reportedly kills woman in Nigeria's Ekiti state. Well, we're going to be telling you more about that. You want to know more? Just have to stay tuned. In other stories as well, Tinubu says Peter Obi is now turned himself into a prophet of doom. All right then. And then moving on to other stories. Now, former Mali Prime Minister, the Malian Prime Minister, Shogel Maiga, has been accused of embezzlement. The former Malian Prime Minister, Shogel Maiga, has been accused of embezzlement. The former leader is said to have covered up some of the financial dealings there. Well, is it just a chance of giving a dog a bad name so that you can hang it? Because the military junta decided we don't want to work with you any longer, and they want him out. And therefore, if I want to accuse you, I'll find something to accuse you, right? Yeah, man. Okay, now moving on straight in Ghana as well. The president is delivering his last the final State of the Nation's address. What can he say? What will he say? Especially when the incoming government are saying there are lots of flaws and virtually, is he going to tell us the truth now? And what difference will it make for Ghanaians as well? We're going to be looking more into all that as the program goes on. Starr Radio UK. In other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world as well, no one deserves this. Victim's family seeks answers in New Orleans attack. Well, it's a very, very sad one there. And man in exploded Cybertruck was a lead soldier and shot himself before the blast. So what was all that? Was it in conjunction with the New Orleans one? What exactly happened? Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. An attempt to arrest South Korea president suspended after a dramatic standoff. We'll be telling you more about that. And Slovakia threatens to cut benefit for Ukrainians. the honeymoon period is over. But we'll see what more can be said there. In other stories as well, one that I came across this morning. Okay, we'll be bringing those ones during the course of the program. Statement that has been made by the Belarus president, as whether it's true or some people, and at times, well, this work that we do, people try to spew or spin some of the information, and therefore, now when it comes to the UK front, Sweden defends 2028 timescale for long-term social care plans. Well, people are saying that we knew you did talk about it, you did promise in your manifesto that you're going to do something about it. So why are you saying that, well, it's going to take up to about 2028 before we have any good news coming from there? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And hospital flu cases rising at very concerning rate. NHS England has warned. Well. So if you think that you have a flu or something, please stay away. Stay away. Don't go to the hospital. I don't think. But when it gets to that place where you cannot do anything about, of course. But well, cover your nose, cover yourself, keep yourself warm if you can. Starr Radio UK. Now, Sarah Shari's Taylor's father attacked in prison. Somebody will say, well, is it that they were told that this man is coming and decided, you know what, we have to show him where power lies? What do you think? Okay, 20 councillors quit Labour in Starmer protest. Okay, well, before they even started, it's all started there. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Lots more going to be coming your way. I'm going to have Mr. Olami Koiki in the next few moments. Bishop Adesina, my bishop, he said, good morning, happy new year to you all, from our bishop himself. And let's say happy new year to your colleagues at the RBE office in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, let's take a quick a musical break whilst we wait for Mr. Olaimi Koiki to join in. And this is Ebenezer from Minister Isabella Elomesiama. He said, that's how far God has brought us. Enjoy it whilst we wait for Mr. Olaimi Koiki to join in. Juliet, good morning to you. It's a happy new year to Starr Radio UK, Archie and Koiki Media. Greetings and happy returns. Greetings to all your viewers and greetings to you and every one of you. Okay, let's enjoy this tune while we wait for Mr. Olaimi Koiki to make a grand entrance.
With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. We are standing here in the miracle of today, as our eyes behold the wonder your hand has made. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer. That's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what
This is Starr Radio UK.
Ebenezer, that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer,
This is Starr Radio UK.
God, I look around and all my eyes can see all the words you've made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise. I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around. Oh, my eyes can see all the words your hand has made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise.
Okay, that is Ebenezer from Minister Elom Siama there for you this morning. Ebenezer, this is how far God has brought us. So wherever you are listening to us from, we never leave, we never lose hope, we never give in, we never give up, we continue to fight on. And I believe that some way, somehow, God comes through for us, right? Okay. Once we wait for Mr. Laimi Kwaiki to join in. Julia says beautiful lyrics there. And Olakunle says Happy New Year to everyone on Star Radio UK. Much love and respect to you all. Olakunle, massive good morning to you as well. I hope you're all doing very, very well. And as we say on this platform, Nigeria has not happened to any one of us, right? That is Minister Elom Siama. We'll be having her during the course of the I think the year, should I say, yeah, sometime next week we shall have her right on. Let me take the opportunity to say good morning and Happy New Year to Reverend Michael Siama. It is all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. It is a Friday edition of the morning show. Mr. Dantabri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man. Massive good morning to you. He said, you know what, I'd have to tie some few nuts and screws there to make sure that things take along nicely so that next week I'll resume. Our money man, we hope that you are doing very, very well as well. I think we've got Mr. Laimi Kwaiki on, but we can't see him. I hope that he's working on it so that we can see his face in the year 2025, right? But if you are listening to us from Nigeria as well, or you hear from there, or you concerned of everything that happens in and across the globe, well, my Bishop Adesina says it is a new year, a year of completeness. Thank you, man of God. All right, then. Let's take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, we'll have Mr. Laimi Kwaiki on. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Okay, welcome back to the program Star Radio UK. Your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, Bishop Adesina ended his quotes saying nothing shall be left behind. Okay, so we are praying to God and trusting God that He will see us through. Yes. Okay. Now, welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Yomi came on and is now hidden again. But don't you worry. Let's see what is happening there. Yomi, can you hear me? Good morning to you.
Very good morning back to you, Mr. Archie. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see me.
Now, I can't see you, but just bear with me. Let me see. Okay. We can only not see you, and I don't know why. But just bear with me. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I was saying, yes.
We have a bit of a technical glitch from my end.
Your end, okay.
But we're working on something else. But let's
okay,
just,
now I can see there's an image. There is an image, not your image though, but the president's image with the military, so we can see something from there.
I'm not sure why mine is not coming through, but we're working on something with another device. Hopefully, we might be able to crack on that. But bear with us while we try to bring that up. But once again, let me just come back in just about a few seconds, Mr. Archie.
Okay then. Okay. All right. Let's allow Yomi to sort the technical glitch there out with the technical team there, and then we bring him back on. Okay. Now, interestingly, the president yesterday in his New Year's address, that the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, didn't make a statement that, you know what? Well, I'm going to do that. We're going to see that. We're going to do that. He says that he promises that Nigeria is going to take Nigeria to the promised land. But we had some of the opposition parties. We had the PDP leader, Atiku, actually bashing him on that promise. And then we have Peter Obi. But now the presidency is saying, or the president is saying that now it looks like Peter Obi is a prophet of doom and gloom. But if you listen to that statement that the president made or gave, how did you see it, or how do you see it? Do you think the president, the presidential candidate for the Labour Party, will just be with some doom and gloom? When you cannot do anything and somebody's done it good or better than you are, then you go on to say, you know what? I think everything that the person has said, you just put whatever the person has said. But what do you think about all that? Yes. I think now we can see Mr. Olayomi Koiki. So let's go on. And let me say good morning and a happy new year to you, my brother.
A very good to you back in the studio, Mr. Archie, and a very good morning to all our listeners and viewers from around the world and those that have connected through the sister broadcast. And I say good morning to Frank and the producer and all the technical team. And bear with us for that 13-minute slight delay in back to you in the studio. It was just some few technicality that we were resolving, and that has now been taken care of by the team right here in the studio.
Okay, let me say thank you very much to the team up there in North London, where they are working on to make sure that the broadcast comes your way perfectly. Now, a quick one: how was the holidays for you? Because when we talk about things like that, I want us to compare it with what Nigerians or what Ghanaians or what Africans, most of them, were doing, as compared to how you had your time here.
Well, it was a beautiful one as we were getting into the Christmas period and straight into the new year. The countdown is always quite important as well, but the most important part is that having the opportunity after over 2 decades of living in the United Kingdom, to live in where at least you can still have that meal for the Christmas, that Christmas gift. It seems that as much as we have quite a high percentage of Christians in Nigeria, but in terms of the Christmas, it seems that the poverty level has kicked in, and that means we saw just before the Christmas period, we saw almost about 3 different stampede from Ibadan to Anambra to Abuja. But the most important thing, like I said, is having that quality time with the family is very, very important. And I believe the government could do quite a lot to rectify the poverty level in Nigeria. Let me come back again to you in the studio, Mr. Archie.
Well, listen, at Starr Radio UK, just bear with us with some of the noise in the background, but I hope that you are. Yes, it's gone down now. But that is Mr. Olayomi Koiki in our North London studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. But before we come to some of the substantive points or topics that we put here, now the incident that happened in Ibadan, where there was a stampede and the children, how many children? I've forgotten, about 30 or something there.
It's about 35 children, died. During the what could have been another Christmas event, by the former, wife of, the king, Naomi, that they both herself and Oriyomi Hamzat, the media publicity have now, been held, in the prison. But again, as we were just getting over the stampede in Ibadan, we saw the same thing happening in Anambra, similar thing, and we saw the same thing just happening as well in Abuja as well. But again, it is 35 children that lost their life at this very, very, very sad incident. As I speak to you right now, we don't have the names, we don't have the pictures of these 35 children. But again, these all took place just in Ibadan, where they were meant to organize what they called a fair at the Islamic High School Basharun to gift about 5,000 children. But it seems that many more arrived because of the poverty level in the country.
Well, listen, it's quite a sad one thing that happened there. But a quick one still there. Now, when it comes to health and safety and it comes to organizing fanfares, because if these people did everything, they put everything, and there may be the number of people who came in were over the top, and therefore the facility couldn't handle them. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Is the health and safety issue there? Is it rigid enough? Is it strong enough to help protect our children?
Well, I've been listening to quite a lot of the event organizers. I believe quite more could have been done to avert this kind of incident, especially when the Women Affair was also told just prior before the event itself. I mean, we saw Queen Naomi visited the Women Affair in Ibadan, and you would have expected that things would have been taken care of before the event itself. Yes, there were some lapses, stampede does happen. In Canada, I saw a particular one as well where people were queuing, but the difference is there was no stampede. There's poverty in the UK, there's a lot of inflation happening around the world. But when you look back to Nigeria this morning, you could tell that everybody is looking for, where they can get, support when it comes to the food support. And that, I believe, led to, the crowd. I mean, about 700 people arrived a night before, and you can imagine that people were throwing their baby across, the fence, just, as, the food situation in Nigeria is becoming quite alarming.
Wow. We say may their souls rest in perfect peace, and to the families, our condolences there. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Miss Olaimi Koike in our North London studios. I'm Archie here in the South Studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. Now, let's move on to some of the substantive issues that you put across here. At least there was some good news. One of the youth who had grown up to be a world champion, boxing champion, former world heavyweight boxing champion, Anthony Joshua, paying a courtesy visit to the presidency. I mean, and virtually, we know that he hails from Nigeria as well. So how did they receive it, and how has that actually helped to maybe prop up some of the image of Nigeria?
Well, the image of Nigeria, let's take you back to, Kemi Adeosun, the leader of the conservative that battered Nigeria in the last, towards the end of 2024. And I believe, when it comes to publicity of a government, the government is also looking to get, as much of the best out of, their diaspora, to come back home and give that image that, might be of benefit, to the government. Yes, as we were all receiving the news of Anthony Joshua. Remember that Anthony Joshua met, with the former president Muhammadu Buhari here in London. But it seems that, it's other reverse, as he has had to travel, to Nigeria and being hosted by, dignitary. The president is still probably preparing to make his way back after, being on holiday in Lagos State in his Bodilon house in Ikoyi. But like I said, the former heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua Wednesday paid a courtesy visit, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at his residence in Lagos State. Joshua, a British Nigerian boxer and a two-time world heavyweight champion, also presented the president with the autograph glove, which is what you're watching behind me right there. And and it was read that to the great Asiwaju, the Jagaban of Bogor of Africa, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this was disclosed. That is what is actually, written on the glove there. But who is Anthony Joshua? And a lot of people might know him because of his boxing career in the UK, but also is someone that hailed from Ogun State. It was also hosted by the Ogun State governor as well, and is also someone that many people believe that is a beacon to many of the youth, especially when you look at the boxing in Nigeria. Quite a lot of Nigerians are doing very well. There's a particular one that is doing well as well in Japan, and we have quite a lot of them. But the question is, can the government take advantage of these men and make that country, for some that still believe, not me, if boxing can be used, to take out the poverty? Because we know, many, Anthony Joshua also, we're not going to, I'm sure Anthony Joshua also went through a lot while he was in UK before he became, the known person. Many of the Nigerians that are running around the street this morning, I think boxing can be used, to take them out of the poverty level. But that is if the government is serious to look into that. So, as usual, Bayo Ononuga, the president, media personality, says President Bola Tinubu receiving an autograph glove from the former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua when he visited the president at his Ikoyi residence, timely on January 1st.
That's a good one there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, Mr. Olami Koiki. Juliet says, thanks Star Radio and Koiki Media for highlighting Anthony Joshua's travel in Nigeria. I mean, sometime, I think 2024, we had Meghan Markle also and Prince Harry also visiting Nigeria. So all these. Now, let's talk about the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria. Do you think that during this Yuletide or these holidays, whether it came down, was it better? I mean, because you have high profile people traveling down, and did you see that it came better? Was it good?
Well, let's take you back to just prior before Anthony Joshua was arriving. Australia government released an advisory warning to their citizens traveling to Nigeria to avoid any travel. Though Nigeria has also, hit back, to the Australian, telling Nigerians to avoid traveling to Australia because of Islamophobia and many other attacks as well. But what do we know in terms of what Australia was telling the citizens? That probably maybe the government is saying, look, if Anthony Joshua can be in Nigeria, can also move around, there's safety security in the country. But we do know from the statistics that 2.2 million Nigerians have been adopted from May 2024 up to May 2023 up to April 2024. 2.2 trillion naira has been paid. The highest paid is somewhere in the northwest, with an average Nigerian paying about 2.2 million naira. So when we talk about security in the country, the federal government now says through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is warning Nigerians to travel to Australia to be wary of the prevailing security situation in some of the cities in the country. This was actually contained in a statement by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja on Tuesday. The statement said the warning became imperative due to the reported cases of discrimination, harassment, verbal abuses, and target at foreigners. But this is different from Nigeria, where people have been kidnapped, killed, and also being able to pay ransom. We're talking about, since the government of Tinubu has been in power, 2.2 million Nigerians have been adopted. We don't know how many of them have been killed, but we're talking about over 2.2 trillion also have been paid for the terrorists in the country. So it seems that the government is saying, look, as much as Australia might be talking about Nigeria insecurity, but the one thing that was also highlighted in the Australia, Australia talking about Nigeria is what they call the civil unrest that might happen in 2025?
Well, is there going to be a civil unrest or not? Well, we all live to see. Oluremi Kilanko says, good morning at Star Radio UK, Archie, Olayomi, Frank, and the rest of the team. And Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Oluremi. It's a good morning at Olakunle, and Happy New Year, Olakunle, there for you. Juliet says, hey, King, Koi King, you are looking great. Beautiful. Put in your diary an invite. They are inviting your presence in Ireland in June and July by God's grace. So, Yomi, pen it. I think we'll have that appointment.
So much, Juliet Macapela.
Yeah, Juliet Macapela. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. We'll go back to Yomi for the rest of the stories making the rounds. But before then, Catholic priest allegedly shoots boy dead in Imo. What happened? Was he being pursued as maybe somebody who was a criminal? And then do priests also have guns as well? Yomi.
Well, when I got the news this morning, is another sad news that comes out of Nigeria. I mean, these are young Nigerians that were playing during the New Year period, and I believe they were using the banger or the knockout, as you might talk about it, within the vicinity of the church, thrown into the church. We do know that there are some Nigerians that have, license to pump rifle. As long as, the government has given you the license, you can have it within your premises, but it has to be well kept. But it seems that this particular, cleric of man of God decided, to use it. But what I believe from what we heard and the police, and I'm trying to put our story up quickly, is that the weapon jammed itself after the first fire was thrown onto the air, and while he was trying to get it sorted out, it seems that one bullet was discharged. Unfortunately, that bullet killed an innocent Nigerian. He has been now been held, and investigation is still ongoing. But again, the question is, how are the safety of weapons? We've seen a lot of killings also, in America where, officers discharge, this weapon. Also, we've seen cases like that. Bolale Rahim was killed 2 years ago in Nigeria after an officer discharged, their firearm. We are also getting a similar incident in Ekiti State. A police officer accidentally discharged of a firearm that reportedly kills a woman in Ekiti State. But let's talk about, the particular one that you've talked about just about a few minutes ago. And I'm just going to pull that up. And I have the story here. A Catholic priest, Reverend Joseph Eninya Naya, has been arrested in Imo State for allegedly shooting a teenage boy dead after he threw a knockout inside the church. This happened during the New Year Mass held at the St. Columbus Catholic Church in Amanu, Ikeduru, a local government. We pray for the family, and like I said, as we go from there to Ekiti State, there's another firearm discharge. At Ekiti, a police officer accidentally discharged of a firearm claiming the life of a woman in Nigeria's southwest city of Ado-Ekiti. This happened yesterday, according to the local news outlet reporting citing the police. The incident occurred near Okela police post, where the woman had reportedly gone to visit a detained husband. While standing outside the saloon opposite the station, the victim was reportedly struck by the officer's bullet, was rushed to the nearest hospital where she was pronounced dead by the medical personnel. The Ekiti State Commissioner of Police, AIG Akinwale Adeniran, was quoted as saying that the officer involved has been disarmed, detained for interrogation in line with the Police Act.
Wow. Let me say good morning to Gina for also joining in and watching us as well. But here, if a police officer wrongfully, even not wrongfully, discharges their arm, whatever it is, their weapon, whatever it is, there will be some investigation. Do you believe that investigation is going to take place in Ekiti State? And how true would that investigation be?
When it comes to investigation, let's see if we have even been able to get the final judgment of, the death of Bolanle Rahim. Like I said, Bolanle Rahim was a lawyer that was eventually killed by accidental discharge of a police officer in Lagos State on Christmas Day. She was also carrying a twins that died along with her. But the Nigerian court has now sentenced Monday a police officer to death for shooting. Well, he has been sentenced, but there's no evidence yet that has been taking place. Maybe they are still preparing for that. Maybe that is going to happen. That is where the question is being asked from what you're saying. The judge has given sentence to Monday that killed Bolanle Rahim, but that sentence has not yet been activated. Maybe it might take some process, maybe it might take some time, but I will have to monitor that and report that back to you, hopefully before the end of the year, if such has happened. It's not the first time that we are witnessing, police killings across the world, but when it comes to Nigeria, there are many police brutality, and that is what led to the NSAS. If you remember, Nigerians were coming out that the officers were intimidating and killing innocent Nigeria. You would thought that would have been sorted out, but like I said, we would have to wait to see if this officer in Ekiti State will be charged to the court of law and be sentenced in accordance to whatever the offense is. But after nearly a year, Justice Ibironke Harrison of the Lagos State High Court found a police officer, Darambi Vande, guilty of one count of murder of Bolanle Rahim, who was pregnant at the time when she was shot dead on Christmas Day the year before, according to the report. But again, he has not been given the judgment, even though the sentence has been given by the Justice Ibironke Harrison of Lagos State, and this was in 2023.
Well, we'll see what happens from there, but it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. One of the before I hand over for you to bring you the rest that is making the rounds and on other platforms, Julia says thoughts and prayers are with all the families, and really sad news. Let's hope good justice will serve and a good investigation be looked upon. Hopefully we will see about that. But the president made the State of the Nation, or a speech to the nation, crossing over or in a New Year's speech. But how has Nigerians taken it? Because it captures everything. I mean, from security to finance to the economy to everything. How has Nigerians taken it as a whole?
Well, let's go to where the analysis from the business section, because if you have to know if the country is working, you got to tell from the business sector, and we're talking about from the small scale businesses. As we know in the UK, I'm looking out my window, it's a very quiet road. It's been like that since Christmas going into the new year, as many people have traveled, but the continuity means that we still have the white vans that are moving around. We have things that are being done, but the LCCI loud Tinubu's New Year speech highlight key themes for economic growth and development. The LCC praised Tinubu's focus on credit access, international collaboration, ethical citizenship for economic transformation in his New Year speech. Who are the LCC? These are the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Yesterday described President Bola Tinubu's New Year speech as boasting critical themes relevant to the nation's growth. Well, we would have to find out from the real Nigerians on the road, in the market, but this is what the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I hope they are not being biased as a part of Tinubu's game, because we know how this works. Because the president was holding Lagos for 8 years. He's still holding Lagos as we speak right now, even though he's out of Lagos State as the president. But let's just go with what they are saying. It says the themes were such that could even help Nigeria achieve our goals of becoming a $1 trillion economy through more collaboration with international community, improving the country business environment. These critical themes, it added, included the announcement of the National Credit Guarantee Company and the president's desire to work more collaboratively with the international community and its focus on ethical citizenship and shared value. In response by the Director of the General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Shinyeri Alamona, the situation reiterated our concerns about the consistency of policies, which is where Nigeria has failed for a very long time. Consistent. A new governor comes in, he abandoned the whole project and started a fresh project. The continuity has never been in Nigeria, even though we came back into democracy in 1999. And prior before that, as the military were moving from coup to coup, it has taken the country backwards for the last 6 decades.
Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, Julia says, my question, when will some of our African countries understand the importance of having good security for our own people? Good safety, and only when we can learn how this impacts on our nation. Africa is beautiful. May our people learn to appreciate Africa. Well, that's why the Zongo man, at the end of the program, I'm going to bring you his tune. He says, the problem of Africa is the greed who run things. Those who come into power, they are so greedy, they are looking at themselves, their pockets, and their dogs. And that's it. But let's see. Maybe a new year, a new dawn. But myself and Yomi will be here to tell you everything that is happening. So at this juncture, I'm going to hand over to you, Yomi, for him to bring you the rest of the stories making the rounds of what is happening on the social media platform. Over to you, Yomi.
One dead, groom hospitalized as bride allegedly poisoned wedding guest in Nigeria. Imagine you're attending a wedding and it's been poisoned by the food or the drink that you're going to be consuming. This is happening in Jigawa State, according to the police. What do we know? A wedding in Nigeria, northwestern state of Jigawa State, has turned sour after a bride allegedly poisoned the food served at the reception, with the groom being hospitalized, one guest killed in the incident, according to the police this morning. The incident occurred in Jahun local government area of the state, according to the Jigawa State Police Command. We received a report that the bride attempted the food served at the wedding reception, leaving the groom critically ill. What could have led this to happen? Police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the alleged food poisoning incident that occurred during the wedding ceremony in the state. Adam revealed that the 2 suspects are the bride and another female, adding that they are now in the custody being interrogated by the Criminal Investigation Department of the command. Well, it seems that Nigeria should, prepare for the, for the hike in the tariff, for those of them that are using, the network back home. The telecommunication companies in Nigeria propose 100% tariff hike, and they await approval from the government. The telecommunication companies in Nigeria have submitted to the Nigerian Communication Commission a proposed 100% increase in their tariffs amid addressing rising operational costs, including inflation, increase in service delivery expenses. This was known by the MTN Nigeria Chief Executive Officer, Carl Toriola, made this known during an interview yesterday. Toriola expressed that it remains uncertain whether the Nigerian Communication Commission, the telecom regulator, will approve the proposal. It seems that Nigerians are being hit back to back, with many of the cases that is happening. Well, it seems that as many are preparing, for what could happen in the new year, we can go straight to, Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho's New Year message, to Nigerians that are Yorubas to beef up and prepare, for this particular year that will be the year of a push. And as many headlines are coming up with different ones, and as a spokesman, no going back on the push for Yoruba Nation. It is non-negotiable. This is coming from Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as AKA Igboho, that spoke, through his spokesman Olayomi Koiki, reaffirming the quest for the Yoruba Nation, Oodua Nation. Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho used the occasion to reassure all the Yoruba people that the pursuit of the self-determination remains a steadfast and a non-negotiable. Chief Sunday Igboho, is a prominent figure in the Yoruba self-determination movement, has also extended heartfelt New Year wishes to all the Yoruba sons and daughters, both at home and in the diaspora. Through his spokesman Olayomi Koiki, Chief Igboho conveyed his prayer for the prosperous and the joyful year for everyone, and also, for the life spent by the late wife of the leader of the Yoruba self-determination, Mrs. Julia Olubusola, the wife of Professor Akintoye, that passed on to the glory of the Lord on Christmas Day. Igboho extend, greetings to the family, and also talked about, he emphasized that the collective commitment of achieving the freedom, and urged everyone to prepare for a peaceful rallies, protests that will amplify the demand for Yoruba sovereignty. Remember that just about some 2 months ago now, a letter was delivered to number 10 Downing Street on behalf of Professor Akintoye by Igboho and the rest of the team, Ifelodun, and the rest of the Yoruba world media. And it seems that there are many questions that are still being asked. What is the purpose of the letter? It seems that letter is still giving a lot of concern. Also, we can give you an update of Simon Ekpa, coming from, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze as, the chief officer, taking care of the Biafra situation since Simon Ekpa has been held in Finland. It seems that the Nigerian government are still making a push, to bring back Simon Ekpa to Nigeria for crime according to the federal government of Nigeria. But it seems that the federal government is running away from going to Finland to give all the details of what we need to know of the crime against Simon Ekpa himself. And as Simon Ekpa, Nigeria submit extradition requirement to Finnish government. But let's first understand this. Nigeria doesn't have any treaty with Finland, and it will be very difficult for Finland to allow its citizens to be taken back to any part of the world. You have to bring the case to Finland for that to be looked into. But it seems that from information, Nigerian government is running away from going to Finland to defend their case against Simon Ekpa. So according to the chief, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Simon interrogation is advancing, and we hope the restriction will be lifted soon. He has more access to his family now in Finland. Nigeria has no extradition agreement with Finland, and Finland, like any other European Union country, does not extradite its citizens outside the region. Nigerian government is frustrated that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa of the United States of Biafra has no case to answer and will soon be out of investigation. Please ignore the lies from the Nigerian terrorist enabler Christopher Musa, and this is coming from Ngozi Orabueze. Let's go to what is happening on the social media at exactly 11:44 this morning, as so much is being discussed. But the most part is, many Nigerians are still asking, are we truly Nigeria, or is this just this amalgamation that many will be talking about within the next couple of days? Because remember, Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914 January, but as many Nigerians are still questioning whether we are a one united country, let's listen to some of these briefly from these, as many are now questioning the Hausa Fulanis. Are they one, or are there two different people? It seems that clarity is coming through. Let's hear this quickly. What is going on in and this is being by the chief Mustafa, the spokesperson for the Nigerian military, speaking somewhere in Nigeria.
It's the Hausa Fulani fight. We don't mention it. That is the bottom line. The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed. The Hausa man believes that the Fulani man, using his headsmen, enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue.
The difference between Fulanis and the Hausa is that Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way a Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. Oh yes, it's good that religion make you one. But at the same time, if you people say I want, then why, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. A state that is supposed to be ruled and governed by a Hausa man, when you go to Kodo, when you go to Katsina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be
that is a part of the what Nigerians are reacting to. But also, this came to us as well.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves. We are not Nigerian. Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that have been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria are not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
The people who wants to be that one Nigeria has not agreed. And the final one coming, Tinubu regime pushing my family, destroying our businesses because I am opposing him. Peter Obi.
Quite an interesting and a lot to take in there. But listeners, I hope that you've enjoyed all that update coming your way from Nigeria, from our North London studios where Mr. Olaimi Koiki. But before I let Yomi go, now has the government reacted to, that's the federal government, the push by the Yoruba nation, the push by the United States of Biafra? Have they reacted, apart from the fact that they are trying to get someone extradited to Nigeria, which we know that Finland has not got an extraditory treaty with Nigeria, and therefore for that to come in will be quite difficult. But what have been their reaction?
Well, Tinubu will have to deal with more too. Arewa is now, taking their way out to say that the Hausa wants to have an independent. There's a video that has been released by one of their clerics saying that, we can no longer have the tolerance of, open women dressing anyhow in the north. It will be of benefit for them if they cut out of Nigeria and have their own Sharia country where they can be able to control things. The Middle Belt are saying that we are not Hausa. Stop taking us as part of Hausa, and they are pushing. So it seems that it's no longer about the Biafra and the Yoruba anymore. It's about two extra more coming onto the table, asking for the the right to self-determination. President Bola Tinubu, as many are saying that, it seems that it's pushing, on a different agenda, the agenda to remain as one Nigeria. But there are some things that he's doing that is not feeling on very, very comfortable with the northern part of Nigeria. The tax reform is coming in. It's talking about, history that Obasanjo removed. And if you have lost your history, you have definitely lost, who you are as an identity. So Tinubu has instructed that history should return back to the secondary and the primary school as quickly as possible. And that could be an exposition to who we are because of the identity theft that took place. So he's not really talking about the Yoruba nation. He's not talking about the the Biafra, and he's not even giving any signal to whether he's a supporter of any of the two. But a lot of the Northerners are very skeptical, and they are saying that as the 2027 is moving, some are saying that hope is not another distraction that Tinubu wants to use the Yoruba nation to gain that popularity. But as Igboho says there, we remain away from politics. We remain away from the current administration. And as he has stated clearly all the time, if any of the politicians can come out and say categorically that he has been paid and they should put their children in the line as well, he will be very happy to that. For over 4 years now, no politicians has come out to say Igboho has received any kind of donation or payment from them.
Well, the truth will always stand, no matter how much you try to push it down. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, and now on behalf of Starr Radio UK, Yoruba Nation, and all the sister broadcast stations, Koiki Media, we want to wish our Professor Akintoye and the family condolences, and we say Mama Akintoye may her soul rest in perfect peace there, she was called into glory on the 25th, the Christmas day. And we say that it will be quite a difficult time. I mean, every Christmas you remember it like no man's business. But well, we say may her soul rest in perfect peace. But Yomi, before you go,
well, it's the new year, it's the 2025. There's a lot to gain out of the Starr Radio UK network. But if you don't follow and if you don't subscribe, you might miss out, because 2025 seems to be a very busy year from prophecy to education to economy. And as we saw things happening in America, where the first terrorist attack is happening, it seems that 2025 is 1 year that has just kickstart. But make sure you tune into the Star Radio UK with myself and Archie and the rest of the team, as we're going to be bringing you all the updates coming from Nigeria and the rest of the world. Have a very good morning, and to all those that have joined us on the sister broadcast, I say good morning and Happy New Year as we continue to celebrate the New Year.
Thank you very much, Yomi. We catch up later.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mr. Olaimi Koike bringing you updates from Nigeria this morning. And I hope that, you did hear everything that is going on there, and you look at it and you compare it with other African countries, and you ask yourself the question. You're talking about this amalgamation and the fact that people say that unity, there is strength. However, if that unity is not good enough and there is that scrap and friction, serious friction, that we cannot put it together, virtually, let me put it this way, we can put in square pegs in round holes or vice versa, then what do? Don't we just sit down and say, okay, let's give the people a referendum, let's see what they actually think? And then maybe like what happened here for the Scottish, when they were pushing for they're saying that they think that they are being marginalized, they think that they could have or chart their own course and do things better and treat their people better or give the best for their people. They gave them the chance to go for a referendum, and it didn't work out. So why don't you do so? At least let the people try it, and then if they say no, fine. But if you are not going to seek their interest the way they want it. I know that governance is difficult. You cannot please everybody at every time. But when people can actually attest to the fact that you have put your best foot forward and you are moving the agenda so that majority of people will benefit from it, why not? I always cite the case or the example of the late Gaddafi, and people were saying that he was that autocratic and he was clamping down on people and dissent and all that stuff. But if you look at Libya under Gaddafi and how it they advanced and they developed, and their economy was like you don't pay fees, you don't pay hospital fees. When you get married, they can just tell you go to that place. There's a flat that government has given built for you. You go and live there, and everything, the infrastructure and everything, it was good. It was good, but the Western countries decided, you know what, let's stoke the fire a bit. We think that what he's doing is going to make you people, you have to go and vote and change somebody. And then they got rid of him, because again, he did say that he wanted Africa to be a united front, and where they're not going to be going to the West or the advanced countries for loans that we and Libya at the time, he was going to champion the cause, where if you need loans, they'll give you loans. And when it comes to them, they don't take interest on loans. So virtually it was going to actually just destroy the Western world or the advanced countries, let me put it that way. And therefore they find ways and means, as we do say all the time, give a dog a bad name, say that they've done that. The Panam, this and that, he compensated. They had to, whatever happened, they had to pay a huge compensation. I remember Tony Blair and some of them meeting him in his desert, one of the tents somewhere in Libya, where they had a meeting and stuff like that and everything. And then the next moment, they got him out. So he served the interest of the majority of his people and not marginalizing. Of course, if I am ruling and you come to just throw the spanner in the web to cause confusion and stuff like that, what do you expect to happen? Well, that you have to meet the full rigors of the law, because for every action there is opposite. There is equal and opposite reaction. At times not equal, though. At times it goes beyond that. So you have to. But when majority of people can see that, you are not seeking our interest, then what? Well, Star Radio UK. Let's plod on, because just gone past 12 will bring the program to a close. But if you have any comments, feel free to post them on, and I will make sure I read them, as most of our viewers have done. So I'll just go through all that, and then once we are done, we play our last music, and then we bring the program to a close for today. Well, in Mali, The former Malian Prime Minister Chegel Maiga has been accused of embezzlement by the body that is responsible for controlling public spending. A report by the authority points to numerous instances of embezzlement involving significant sums of money. The former leader is said to have covered up some of the incidents or benefited from them. According to the auditor, there was undue expenditure on staff over the entire 2020 to 2023 period. This includes phone subscriptions amounting to nearly 20,000 euros and equipment such as Wi-Fi and computers that was meant for use in schools. Now, Maiga served as Prime Minister from June 2021 until November 2024 when he was dismissed by the junta chief Colonel Azimi Goita. The move came from criticism by Maiga of the junta's lack of clearness about a once promised transition back to democracy. He has so far refused to comment on the embezzlement allegation. Maiga has previously commented on the report when the auditor began its research, insisting that he had a clear conscience. And that is, if I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate, that would be giving a dog a bad name so you can hang it. That seems to be what is playing up. But what do you think? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's move on quickly to Ghana as well. Well, interestingly, beginning in early 2025, Ghana is for allowing visa-free entry to citizens of all countries in Africa after President Nana Akufo-Addo gave the move the green light in December. It comes after a pledge made by the president of the African Prosperity Dialogue. In the president's words, it aims to build stronger ties across Africa. It hoped that the new approach will increase tourism, trade and travel to the West African country, as analysts have previously pointed to visa restrictions as a hurdle to these sectors. The nation used to allow visa-free access to nationals of 26 African countries and visas on arrival for citizens of 25 others. Only travelers from 2 nations on the continent required the document before visiting. The decision makes Ghana the 5th country on the continent to allow the entry of all holders of African passports. Rwanda, the Seychelles, the Gambia and Benin have the same policy. Well, would that help the economy of the country? Would that bolster tourism and all that? If it will, somebody say, why not? Bring it on. Well, it's all Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, today the president of Ghana is giving his last State of the Nations address in Ghana. Now, outgoing President Nana Dankwa is delivering his final State of the Nations address at Parliament. This marks his last official communication on the nation's state before the dissolution of the 8th Parliament of the Fourth Republic on Monday, January 6. Well, there are a few of the pointers that or issues that is touched on that, God willing, tomorrow I've forgotten that tomorrow is Saturday. Monday I'll try to bring it your way, and whilst they prepare themselves to for the investiture to take place on Tuesday the 7th of January. Okay then, so it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. One other story from here, and then let's move on straight to other parts of the world as well. But thank you very much for joining us this morning. Well, there have been doom and gloom when it comes to some of the prophets and the pastors and all that stuff. Yesterday I was analyzing some of them who are talking about beheading, talking about some people who are going to be dying, some prominent people and all that stuff. But every year, prominent people die, poor people die, non-entities die, anything, call it. However, founder and general overseer of the Calvary Charismatic Center, CCC, has challenged Ghanaians to put their shoulders to the wheel to build prosperity in the country. Ushering congregants into the new year, he underscored the need for hard work, honesty, and security as the bedrock to return or to turn around the fortunes of the country. The quote said, "Let us be honest in everything we do. God bless hard work. Additionally, we need to be honest and sincere. We strongly advise." But the question is, how honest and how sincere are the ones leading us? And that's why I said I will end the program with a lovely tune from the Zongo Man. It says, "The Problem of Africa." But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK at a minute after 12. Just bear with me. Let me bring you some of the other stuff that is making the rounds in other parts of the world. In South Korea, the standoff started long before dawn. By the time we arrived in the dark, an army of police had pushed back suspended President Yoon Suk Yeol's angry supporters who camped out overnight hoping to stop his arrest. Some of those who were spoken to were crying, others wailing at what they feared was about to unfold. As dawn broke, the first officers ran up to the house, but were instantly thwarted, blocked by a wall of soldiers protecting the compound. Reinforcement came, but could not help. The doors to Yoon's house stayed tightly sealed, his security team refusing the police officers entry. For several hours, the investigators waited, the crowds outside growing more agitated, until after a series of scuffles between the police and the security officials, they decided their mission was futile and gave up. Now, this is totally uncharted territory for South Korea. It is the first time the sitting president have ever faced arrest. So there is no rule book to follow. But the current situation is nonetheless astonishing. When Yoon was impeached 3 weeks ago, he was supposedly stripped of his power. So to have law enforcement officers trying to carry out an arrest, which they have legal warrant for, only to be blocked by Yoon's security team, raises serious and uncomfortable questions about who is in charge here. And it's quite an interesting one. Well, you can have all the supporters, but if what you are doing is wrong, and we say this is democracy, this is the rule of law, then what exactly are we trying to do? What examples are we setting? This will come your way from Starr Radio UK. One other story from other parts of the world as well. Now, Venezuela government has offered 100,000 reward, that's dollars reward, information leading to the arrest of the opposition exile presidential candidate Edmundo Gonzalez. Now, he fled the country in September and was granted political asylum in Spain after Venezuela's authorities ordered his arrest, accusing Gonzalez of conspiracy and of forging documents. Now, Gonzalez had vowed to return to Venezuela before President Nicolas Maduro's inauguration next Friday, accusing the government of rigging the vote. Now, shortly after the reward was announced, Gonzalez said he was traveling to Argentina to begin a tour of Latin America, where he will meet fierce Maduro critic President Javier Milei on Saturday. The United Nations Human Rights Committee has ordered Venezuela to refrain from destroying the voting tallies from the presidential election in July 2024. The voting tallies, a detailed official breakdown of the votes from each polling station, have been at the center of the dispute over who won the election. The government-aligned National Electoral Council declared the incumbent Maduro the winner, but failed to provide the voting tallies to back up its claims. It's quite an interesting one there. So developing countries, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, but you know, it's quite an interesting time in this world that we live in. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In the US, as we did say, the man who drove a Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas was an active duty U.S. Special Forces soldier and shot himself dead before the blast, officials have said. Las Vegas police have identified Matthew Alan Levelsberger, 37, of Colorado Springs, Colorado, as a driver of the vehicle, which he rented more than 800 miles away and drove to Nevada hotel on the morning of the blast. Mr. Levelsberger's cause of death was suicide from self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to the Clark County Coroner's Office. 7 people were injured when the vehicle filled with fuel canisters and fireworks mortars exploded on New Year's Day. Officials said all injuries were minor. Mr. Livingsberger drove the Cybertruck to the city on Wednesday morning, less than 2 hours before the detonation. Police have said, parked in front of the hotel near a glass entrance, the vehicle started to smoke, then exploded. Las Vegas authorities said the Cybertruck helped contain the explosion, sending it vertical rather than outward. The nearby glass doors and windows of the hotel did not shatter in the blast. Authorities said they have yet to determine any motive behind the incident. And can that be linked to what happened in New Orleans? Well. It's going to be quite an interesting one. So I come your way from Starr Radio, okay? Getting to the tail end of the program. Now, here in the UK, hospital flu cases have risen at a very concerning rate. That's what the NHS is warning. And the number of people with flu in hospitals in England has quadrupled over the last month and is rising at a very concerning rate, NHS chief warns. Now, latest data shows there were 5,000 patients with the virus being treated in hospital at the end of last week. Now, almost 3.5 times higher than the same week in 2023, although not as high as in 2022. The head of the Royal College of Emergency Medicines told reporters that pressure on hospitals is unacceptably awful, and flu is pushing them to breaking point. And let me take this opportunity to wish all our health workers, the doctors, the nurses, all the team there who work in our hospitals. Happy New Year, and thank you very much for taking care of us. You are doing a yeoman's job. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. So Sister Gina and your colleagues in there, we salute you all. Well done. Now, police are investigating after the father of Sarah Sheriff was reportedly assaulted in prison after being jailed for 10 years for the 10-year-old murder. Now, Alphan Sheriff is said to have been attacked at Belmarsh Prison on New Year's Day by 2 other inmates in a cell. Now, Sheriff reportedly suffered cuts to his face, and it's understood he received medical treatment inside the prison. The weapon alleged to have been used in the assault was part of a tuna can. Oh boy. Now, Sheriff 43 and Sarah's stepmother were sentenced to life imprisonment after being convicted at the Old Bailey last month of killing Sarah at their home in Woking in Surrey. A prison service spokesperson said police are investigating an assault on a prisoner at HMP Belmarsh on the 1st of January. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Final story. Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch has called for a full national public inquiry into the UK's rape gang scandal. It comes after Home Office Minister Jess Phillips rejected Oldham Council's request for a government-led inquiry into historical child sexual exploitation, saying the council should lead it instead. Her decision, taken in October, was reported by some news network on Wednesday and then picked up by Elon Musk on his social media platform and several senior Tories. Shadow Home Office Minister Chris Phillips said the time had come for a national inquiry with powers to compel witnesses to come forward to get to the truth. The Home Office has been approached for comment. A Labour spokesperson said the Home Office supports police investigation and independent inquiries to get truth and justice for victims. They said Labour has supported the 2022 National Inquiry into Child Sex Abuse under Professor Alexis J, adding the government was working at pace to implement its recommendation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is where I bring the program to a close for today. As I did say, we're not going to have our money man preparing the grounds for everything, God willing, from next week. He will have a bit of an ease there and will come join us to bring you everything that you got to know. So on that note, let me say thank you very, very much for joining us. And we'll see you all Monday. But once again, have a happy new year. It's a happy new year, so in the happy new year mood. Yes, and have a lovely day and lovely weekend. If you're in the UK, it's going to be very, very cold. Snow and all that forecast, amber warning, length and breadth of the country, and therefore make sure you keep yourself well so that you don't get the flu, as they say. But well, let me bring you the tune, and this is from the Zogo Man, and this is for all African leaders and those who want to be leaders in Africa as well. It's the problem of Africa. When that song ends, you don't hear from me. It's me, Archie, saying have a top of the day, and until I come your way tomorrow, on Monday, stay blessed. I'm out like that. Bye-bye for now.
The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Them all go to universities. Universities award them degrees. Big degrees. Degrees. Big degrees. MSc in stealing. Bachelor of Arts, mismanagement. Another degree. Masters in looting. MSc in corruption, Bachelor of Science in nepotism, MSc in forgery, Bachelor of Arts in indiscipline, MSc in embezzlement. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things, who run things, who run things. Some of them went to
This
London,
is Starr Radio UK.
To London School of Fools.
Thanks for listening.
Degrees in foolishness. PhD in stupidity. MSc in foolishness. PhD dishonesty. PhD in recklessness, Bachelor of Arts in selfishness, MSc in greed, BSc maladministration, PhD in quasi-SM, PhD pull him down, MSc kill your donkey. The problem of Africa is the elite. Africa. Who run things